This video is sponsored by the Foggy Dew, Dublin's legendary pub, located beside the Central Bank and Temple Bar. Come in for great nights, pints and supporting metal. Shout out to our other sponsor, Helio Gas Detection.
Hey everybody, Richie here from the Metal Cell Podcast. I'm delighted to welcome Jake and Cian
Hello.
of Godlone to the show.
Yeah.
How are we, boys?
Very well.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been probably, I'd say 2-3 years at least anyway, since your last release, etc. Have you got into any kind of new musical influences since then? Or you more or less listen to the same stuff?
Kind of, I don't know, probably the same. But we listened to a lot of stuff anyway, so
Yeah.
I can't remember what phase we were going through. At that time.
yeah. I think it was a dance, as in
Yeah.
kind of more dance orientated.
Maybe we've actually kind of gone back to being fucking rockers on this one now. But,
I don't know, there's a bit of Nile Rodgers going on there as well, and
yeah.
Chic, you know, rather than the Prodigy and other stuff that you were listening to. I think I can see that in relation to the beat test for sure, that you've gone a more classical kind of dance 70s, 80s kind of vibe. Would that be fair enough?
Yeah. There's some very synth poppy kind of bits on it as well.
Yeah, it's fucking great, man. So that's the reason why we're here today. The album is coming out. Have you confirmed the date?
10th of October.
10th of October.
Very soon.
And that's what kind of, what's the breakdown there and release dates with Europe, and are you still with
Prosthetic, yeah.
Prosthetic,
It's,
sorry.
yeah,
Prosthetic.
we're Prosthetic, yeah. It's great, and it'll be out on the 10th, everywhere, streaming wise, and we'll be looking into like physical stuff probably after it's released.
Okay.
And we've done our kind of big tour now, but we're gonna do some Irish dates before the end of
Nice.
the year, because we realise we actually haven't done Irish dates really this year.
yeah. Then there's definitely a want
Yes.
in me to say the fans around Cork anyway for you to
Yeah.
maybe do a bigger, like the last one was Cypress Avenue, wasn't it? That was a Christmas show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Christmas album launch kind of thing.
Yeah, well, that was so. I mean, you
That was
filled
really
it to
fun.
the fucking roof, like.
That was
Yeah.
really great. We dressed up for that as well.
I don't think you've stopped dressing up
No,
since,
no,
really.
no,
No, I'm dressing up right now. I usually don't wear clothes.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you know, how good was that? The fact that a local band like yourselves can fill Cypress Avenue, like, I mean,
Oh yeah, it felt
Delighted with that,
fantastic.
yeah.
It
it
felt
was a
good.
real celebration, wasn't it? I mean, like, you put in the hard miles working up to it now, like, yes, it's, you're gonna have to fucking do something again, like Cypress Avenue, Kino or something like that, something big, you know.
Yeah.
That's great. That's so. Oh, the last time I saw you actually was Glanton.
Oh, and
yeah.
Upstart.
Upstart,
We were
yeah.
only talking about that earlier when we came through Glanton on the train.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happened now this year. But
No,
the last 2 years
no.
was class.
Yeah. Shout out to the organisers there. That was a
Lovely
great
people.
day. And again, I was just, you know, watching, knowing full well what was coming, but like there was a load of people there that wouldn't be into the metal scene or that kind of level that you're playing at. They'd be kind of indie heads and a few others, and like after the third track, everybody was dancing. Like
There's definitely a crossover.
Yeah.
There.
There's people there like holding their kids in their arms, and we were like,
Yeah. If you shout at someone and tell them to dance enough, they will eventually.
Yeah. And we'll do a track by track if you're happy enough with that.
Oh yeah.
class, yeah.
So the beat test is the first track. So what felt different in the way you approached the beat test to etc.?
Well, the big thing with this one is that the songs were being written during like COVID and stuff.
Okay.
It was the first time really that we weren't all in the same room.
Right.
So like a lot of stuff was made through like Ableton and just like up in like my bedroom and like from other people's bedrooms, like sending each other stuff. So that's why it's a little bit different the other song. But the Beep Test was the first song that we like wrote together when we met back up, and we just banged it out in one rehearsal, just to play something as like fast and fun as possible. So that's kind of what that's coming from. So yeah, it's a bit different to ETC in that it's not as like long winding sections. I think we got better at being more concisive with our stuff. Yeah. Which is
maturity.
Yeah. We all have jobs like.
And why did it feel that was the right name for the album?
I think it sounds like, I think the name fits the music. Like I like we got big into athletics, or like thinking about athletics.
At least,
You know, like it's funny. I was explaining like I think people like Americans call it the pacer test or something.
Yes.
But then half of them haven't heard of it either. Like nobody knows what a beep or a pacer test is or anything. So I thought it was kind of funny explaining it to people as well. And like, obviously we're terrible at it. Like none of us can run, but like, you know, it kind of sounds like
that. I think
you do. Yeah,
I think I did okay. But it just it sounds cool. It sounds like the name of like an electronic album or something.
Yeah,
it sounds like some like
it's,
Warp Records thing.
It's different, like you know.
Just us in school.
Yeah,
like,
I thought it was cool.
So what I'll do is I'll play the opening track of it.
The control center. Nice.
That's cool.
Part there, that go, is that taken out of an arcade game?
No, but it's meant to sound like it is.
Okay. So it does work that way then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think it's a combination of us saying it and also on old like Yamaha keyboards. There's a noise that goes go on the DJ setting, and we were using them live for a little bit. Like we used it at one arctangent. We had like DJ, go, and then we were using that. It's good, but it sounds like an arcade game.
It does. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. On to the next track then, Sir Lappage. One of my favourite tracks on the album. So I suppose there's 2 or 3 songs that this question will probably cover. Lyric wise, how do you split the writing between the two of you, and how do you decide which takes the vocals?
We just kind of we write the lyrics kind of after we've written all the music, because we're like largely instrumental still. And it was only this album really that we realised that we could actually kind of half sing. So we were just trying to mess around with that. But yeah, the lyrics are just about being on the beach and stuff, you know, Sur la plage, Mr. Beach.
There's a lot of, I was saying in an interview the other day, like I like putting into, I come up with like rhythms for what I like the vocals to do. Like think about it as like another instrument. Then I'll just put into Google 6-syllable sentence.
And
I'll just that
find one that works. Look up haikus and stuff.
Royalty
free
haikus. But getting a book and like going halfway through it and picking a random sentence, be like, that's grand, that'll do.
That's interesting. It's kind of William S. Burroughs type.
That's what we were trying to do on the last album, and then we just realised. Handy out, like.
I don't have to think too much about it.
And you know what? The stranger the lyrics, probably the more likely are you to remember them.
And also
meaning on them as
if
well.
If you write them like in a weird way, it's more fun because you're like, oh, that could mean that to me, rather than being like, this is a story that I'm now telling you. I think it's better to make everything very abstract.
And that's another section at the end, well, and in the middle as well, the waves coming from you, it was just, this is so nice. And there's lovely beach and the waves crashing. Why or how, and like Sir Lap Lodge.
Yeah. Oh, it's John French. It's like Surrey Plage on the beach. That's your
well, we've broken it up so it's like in names it's like Sir La Plage. It's not that. It's only funny to us. Really.
Yeah, no, it's fucking class. Okay.
All the songs.
Man, I wish I fucking had figured that one out.
Most of the songs the album are named like that. We just thought they were funny.
Yeah. There's a question coming up on that for sure. Right, we'll have a listen to it and see where it brings us. Okay.
Just think about explaining rubber hands a minute.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, like you said that trying to sing, trying to kind of do something else different than the usual, we'll say God alone, expected shouts and stuff like that, it works.
Yeah, it's kind of like some of the songs on the album were things that we'd written like ages ago and planned on having like clean vocals, but then not shelved, but we were like, we can't really do it justice. And then on this one it was like Jack is singing on some songs here as well. And then nice. Like when we were recording there, we were just like, do you know what, like fuck it, we just give it a go. And we figured out if you put enough like oomph into it, if you actually try to sing, it'll kind of work out for you. So
it's amazing you're coming to that realisation.
Yeah. We all have degrees in music. Like it took us a full time to go, do you know what? Maybe now.
It's mad that the way you're saying that. Like I'm just blown away by it. That, and do you know what? Maybe the trajectory of the band needed for you to realise it now. Rather than a lot earlier, and then you kind of going, well, we're not actually happy with that. Now it's the time.
It definitely fits it, and then like also with the like writing things during like lockdown and stuff. Like if I was making songs and like, because I came up that like melody in my room, I was like, that would be great now if someone was singing over it, and I was like, maybe I could sing over it. Yeah. And like I had enough time to be in my room and be like, this is how I can do it without rocking up to a rehearsal and everyone taking the piss out of me.
Yeah, but see, that was the next question. You know, like say keen for yourself to see Jake doing that. Like we're just like, whoa, it was a pleasant surprise.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
There's the lads do lovely harmonies on loads of songs in the album. I did a bit as well, but I don't really trust myself, you know. But no, it's very fun. It was nice like. In Pink Himalayan, especially live, like I'm just kind of chilling.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So next track, Tony Gawk. This is a classic God Lone song, if you ask me, anyway. So we've touched on it already. What part does humour and playfulness come into your writing? Like, for example, the beat test. A few more titles suggest you don't take yourself too seriously, despite the intensity of the music.
I think it's just like very important to us because that's just the way that we like speak to each other all the time. I think for a little bit when we started, because we were obviously like edgy teenagers when we started. We were like had all these like funny ideas, and then be like, how are people gonna think that we're like kind of like a comedy band if we actually talk about it? And we were like, do you know, do you know what, like, this is like the way we speak to each other, and this is much more honest of us to like have like funny names, and there's like funny bits in the songs, even though they're like intense, but it suits us way better than coming up with like, I don't know, like what we used to do with like some like Irish name or something. So I'm happy enough with calling a song Tony Gawk now. I think that's brilliant. That's about getting sick out the side of it.
I was just going to say, people outside of Cork, is that predominantly Cork saying? Because I don't know, like, do Dublin people say, "Oh, you get the Gawks"? Because I know for a fact it's mostly Cork people do that, you know. Yeah. And I look forward to the day as well that you'll be explaining it to some fucking random Americans as well. Like, hey man, you know Tony Hawk, how did you get that wrong? Is that a typo? You know what I mean? No, it's deliberate. It's our humour, you know. Yeah. Well, maybe it might come up in interviews with, you know, international bands, but like I certainly know where you're going with it. Yeah. That's class. Okay, we'll give it a listen. We'll go on now to Pink Himalayan. The video is unreal, so it is. And do you know what? Again, you look back in a few years' time, considering it's so vital and important for you to where it was filmed. You can explain that to people that don't know anything about that whole side of things. Then we'll just talk a bit about the other stuff as well. So off we go with the video.
Me and Jack work in that pub, Cian, and I've worked there for like coming up to 3 years now. It's just fantastic and really supportive place. So it feels like every like few years we have like a new kind of area. Like it used to be like the Dublin Hill rehearsal rooms where we plan a lot of stuff, and then it was the School of Music. And now because we work there, it happens to be a pub, and everyone in the pub.
We turned 18.
Everyone in the pub is like up for helping and stuff. So that's how it came about. And like one of the regulars in the pub that used to work there, Mike Ryan, who's like a theatre director, he directed the video with us.
Oh wow!
And so it just like meeting him there as well, it was very like a good like Fion's project, and it came through, and it was like very like low kind of, it was much more like coming up with like a creative way to make like a good looking video on a tight enough budget, because it's filmed on a phone. And
no way.
Yeah. So it was like
iPhone, is it?
iPhone, and it was just like, I think up to the like night before it being like filmed, I was in Fion's like writing out like extra storyboard stuff just in case other things didn't work, and like Mike had loads of other ideas as well, just to like keep everything really focused and plan out everything as well as it did, and it came together very well. And the dancers are unbelievable.
Yeah. So. It's unreal, and do you know what? I don't think anybody was expecting it out of me. First of all, the song itself is unbelievable, and the video also. How many takes did it?
It wasn't too bad. It was 6. I think.
Did it all in one shot, and we were thinking at the end we might have to break it up into 2.
Okay.
So we filmed it at like 6 in the morning on a Sunday, and the pub opens at 12.
Yeah.
So we had to do and get everything sorted, and like there's so much like moving around behind the camera. Like.
Well, we thought that before we started filming, and then from the first full shot of it, it actually was really good, and we were like, okay, so maybe we won't actually need to take little bits from it if we just really nail it, and we got it done in 6 takes, which is like really good for the amount of like moving stuff. Because if you watch it, there's like bits like, especially the bit where it goes into the toilet, like Dylan is there, and then when it's on Jack, we're all already out the back and Dylan is gone, like, so there's a lot of like small bits that are happening, and
there was a massive crew of people as well helping us.
Like
all of our friends, and like
having to lift the drum.
Like even like the dancers that come in at the end, they were lifting stuff before
Yeah.
they had to start that. They're moving like cymbals and snares
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Like,
It's
you
so
know.
clever, like.
constant,
Oh.
like, well, we were dripping sweat by the end.
Yeah, genuinely.
But we kind of thought like we shouldn't like clean up between the like Nathan, our friend, my girlfriend, in one of the shots throws a glass of water.
That's
at him.
right. He was wet already.
Yeah,
so
so we're like, he shouldn't change the t-shirt, it should be soaking wet. So it's either like, people like, they've filmed this so many times that like, that's what's happening, or else that he's on a really bad day.
Yeah,
and she
yeah,
keeps throwing water at him. And there's great bit, like, there's a bit where one of the dancers, their phone falls.
That's right.
And I think that's cool because it just makes it look more live.
I think it is
So-
too, yeah, because the feedback I got from it, just off friends, I was saying before the interview as well, the amount of people that have watched this that knew nothing about God Alone, and came back to me going, wow, this is amazing, and they're from Cork, really? You know, I mean, what is it now? Like, there's 5.6k views. That's gonna double in the next 2 weeks again. You know what I mean?
It's going really well.
Yeah.
And we thought as well, like, cause the song is very like poppy.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, if we're making this and we're kind of a metal band, people might not like it, so we really have to put the whole hog in,
Yes,
so
that's
that
what I
someone
did,
at
yeah.
least appreciates it, and no one can come back and go, well, it was like they tried to do like a pop song, like, it's like, we need a video with dancers.
Yeah. So fuck it. Like, I mean, it ticks all the boxes, and you know, lifetime fans of God Alone, including me, like, just loved it. I mean, you know, everybody knows where you're going with this, you know, and for to release that single, which is, as I said, class, and then the video to back it up, and the Beamish signs and everything. I mean, it's all about you. You did it so well, and you know, God, like, what if it didn't work out on the day? You know what I mean? Just like everything worked perfect. You know,
all came together.
Yeah.
Tiny moving parts, like
Very lucky.
Yeah.
you're good for
Okay, next track, Hold Tight. The sound and production on the whole album is incredible. The last album was recorded and mixed by Chris Hockey, as you know, produced by E at MTU and mastered by Jamie at Oregon Studios. So what's the story this time?
No, it's different. What am I Chris recorded it up in Kitten Lane Studios on Barrack Street, which is Aidan Cunningham's studio, or not Aidan, fucking Aidan O'Mahony's studio, which is unreal, really good, really handy that it's in the centre and like super dead room, so it's ideal. Chris did a fantastic job recording it. That was we just kind of did the drums there, and then most of the other instruments we were able to do at home, which was a bit different. So yeah, because we got into like modelers and stuff, and it was, for me anyway, I think everyone had a good time doing it at home, because except for Jack, he had an awful time because everyone was like, come on, we'll get to take, right? But everyone else everyone was able to take their time at home and like really get like the tones we wanted, and then send everything off to Joe Clayton from No Studio in Pine. What an absolute legend, because he really, like, even from the first mix of the beep test, we're like, you absolutely nailed what we're trying to do, and it was just, it came together very, very well on this.
So shout out to the other bands Joe has worked with as well, so people know Worn Out, obviously.
the Conjurer, People Slicer.
Yeah.
He did a new one, Cultivate's album. That's not out yet.
Burner as well.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's so sound.
Top guy.
Okay, let's give it a blast. like even when you hear a song like that, it's just for another nod to those that follow G along the way.
Yeah.
This is God alone still.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't changed and fucking isolated fans.
No,
You know,
it's all the same.
Yeah.
We've been telling you for years.
Yeah,
They won't do it. People are like, no, they won't do it. They're only taking piss.
Yeah.
They weren't.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
so serious. Like, told you we'd sell it.
Brilliant. Okay, on to the next track, Bluesine, one of my favourite tracks again on the album. This is really interesting. I call it a data processing song. 'Cause now I don't know how that sums it up in your heads, because everybody thinks different as musicians and fans and stuff like that. But that just reminds you of data processing.
Yeah.
And I stayed up last night searching for this 1982 movie called Life Out of Balance, and I found the section that will sync perfectly with Bluesine. Now, I showed it to you before the interview, and like
it does. It syncs up perfectly.
Frame for frame.
frame for frame. So check it out, lads, on YouTube to see if God alone should go down that route. So I just want to talk to you now about Dylan as well. Having a synth player in such a heavy band is unusual. Okay, how important is Dylan's role in shaping the God alone sound?
Very important.
Okay.
He's like the icing on the cake that makes everything better.
Right.
I think he's class.
Okay.
Like he's doing lots of stuff that like complement like the low end and the bass and stuff as well.
Okay,
It's
interesting.
Like, like a nice wall of
Right.
the odd time, and then he does all the cool high stuff as well.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. He's
Yeah.
class.
It just it works out well because it just glues it together, and the way we would like tour and stuff is very stripped down because we're stupid and none of us like drive still in our heads. So we're not, or physically we don't drive.
Yeah.
So we everything like all our like rigs and stuff are very small.
Okay.
And the songs are kind of written around that. So to have a synth player that can do like big extra things that glue things together and make things sound like way bigger than they are, it's very handy for us, because a lot of like bands would have to like get like tracks and stuff in to like get like bigger kind of production and stuff. But it's worked out well that kind of way with us.
Cool. Okay. Nice shout out there to Dylan.
Come on, Dylan.
Right.
That's actually
How difficult is it to do that picking live?
very hard.
Yeah, I can imagine so. Is that going to be a track that will be featured?
Oh, it's my favourite song.
Oh, right, okay, so you did it in there. Jesus. Yeah. Class. So that's you playing the flute. Right. Okay, so next track, Rinser. So it starts off with something that you hear in Sir Henry's. I'm old enough to be there, I don't know about G. And it ends up being one of the heaviest songs on the album. Like, do you deliberately set out to confuse genre expectations, or does it happen naturally when you play together?
Maybe a bit of both.
Yeah.
Because it's it normally starts as like, this would be funny if we did this, and then it's like, oh, that's actually not too bad. And then it kind of goes, people are gonna like hate that movie, which is also fun.
So like, there's a debate amongst how many of you, for say the likes of Rinser, how did that make it onto the album?
That was a scheme like that ages ago. The sample at the start of it.
Yeah.
And then we'd like just playing to the loop in practice for ages. And we're like, oh, this sounds cool now. I think.
Yeah, it's just, and then like it was, I had it made in Ableton as like a dance track, because that's just like I like doing that in my own time.
Okay.
And then when we met up, we were like, oh, we could make this like really heavy.
Yeah.
And it worked out well. Like just all came together to have a dancey thing and heavy bit, and it's works very well as one song. It's not like grabbing bits from genres too quickly. It's very seamless. And
it is.
Definitely achieved what I think we wanted to achieve with it.
Yeah, and Rinse are the title.
Is that more?
No, I don't know how we came up with
You're
that.
saying like a song is really hard. Oh man, that's a proper rinser, man.
Oh yeah.
This track's a rinser.
Yeah, what a rinser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, we give it a blast.
Where do you end? Where do I end? I am the man.
Beats as well as big
Yeah.
massive ones, you know what I mean? He's just that type of drummer. Samples, this is interesting, just the vocal samples there. I think there's 2, maybe 3 in the whole album. Trying to go down rabbit holes with samples is with people talking. Like.
Yeah, I think it's cool. There's a King Gizzard album where they have like a robot speaking.
Okay.
I was like, that's a very cool thing to have. The vocal sample of the singing is my girlfriend. I just had a thing of her singing from ETC. There's a bit in the song ETC where she sings, and I had that sample, and I was like, I'll take a little bit of that.
Right.
And yeah.
Spoken word then.
Yeah, so that's that. And then we had like a text to speech thing. That's the like I had a dream one time when we did a gig in Limerick, and I had a really bad sleep, but I had a dream, and there was like some scary fella saying like all that kind of stuff to me, and I was like, I need to write that down because that's cool. Like as if I'm like, you know, Dale Cooper in Twin Peaks, like. And then just wrote into text to speech. I was like, that's the song. That'll do.
Classic. Okay, so track 8, Rubber Hands, which is by far one of the most fucking disturbing tracks now I've heard in a long while. Yeah, it's both lyrically and musically.
Freaky.
So, what's the story and going on with this thing?
There actually is a story. Like normally the songs are just weird, like abstract things, but in Fionn
Right.
I was working a shift and it was like Monday. It was really quiet, and I went out the back and there was like this group. There's like these girls and like these lads, and they were like mid-50s, I'd say.
Okay.
And they were like,
thanks.
but they were like, oh no, they were fucking freaky, like they were just like talking to each other, and then like I went out and I started listening to what they were saying because there was no one else there, and then your one was like, I'm a country girl, but I don't fuck like one. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then like your man, like I thought he'd be like, okay, like they didn't know each other.
Okay.
Yeah, they just were two different tables that like joined up, and then he was going like, and then I came back out about half an hour later, and she was like holding his hands like that, and she was like, they're made of rubber. You don't have real hands. Your hands are fake. They're made of rubber.
Oh my god, this is just
you're mental. And they left. Then they were lovely, but
so that all been
I was like, I have to use that for something.
That is just fucking brilliant, like.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because it went from being kind of like, you know, oh well, maybe they'll get off with each other, to being like, that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Like she was like grabbing his hands like that. She's like, they're made of rubber, they're not real.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And like, so how do like some stuff like that happens on day-to-day basis with people, and you know, how you recall it then is just probably telling others you won't believe, and that's how, how you remember it.
And then like assimilates into a different kind of story in your head, and you're like,
They have no idea the way we made a song. With
yeah,
that.
no, and
It's
they
just
never
brilliant.
will.
They never
They
will.
probably don't even remember it.
No, it's probably yeah.
Okay, let's give it a listen.
I'm a country girl, but I don't fuck the world. I'm a country girl, but these eyes are made of rubber. They're made of rubber. We're made of rubber. You're made of rubber. Country girl! I'm a country girl! I'm a country girl!
Fucking hell. I changed my mind about that song now.
Yeah, it's
once
funny.
I know now, it was just so fucking disturbing when I was
Yeah, she was living her best life. You know? She.
Okay, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, the last track then is just it's a classic. It's God Alone. It's probably encapsulates the whole album into one song. Really, there's so much in it. Like again, another song with samples used as well. How difficult was this one to write? Was in relation to inputs from everybody, or was it what?
I think we wrote this song years ago.
Yeah.
Like I think the beginning of this song came out when we were like 18 or 19 or
Are
something.
you serious? Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's like the slint bit. We definitely wrote when we were like 17, 18 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
younger, I'd say.
I'd say yeah,
Yeah, it's
that
really
was
old,
proper
but
old. Now.
Never kind of worked until recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that is just. So yeah, I can't remember because it's so long ago. But
Yeah.
when we were redoing it, yeah, it just worked really well. Like we have old recordings of it as well, and they're kind of a bit sloppy and they didn't really come together that well. But definitely does on the new album now, and it is kind of like a. It sounds like old God Alone, I would say,
Yeah.
because there's a big like post rock
Yes,
bit
of
and
course there
everything,
is, yeah.
and it's fun to do that, you know.
Yeah,
And
very fun to play live, like taking the piss out of Def Heaven.
yeah. And it's really
I caught that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Does your man's Phil that he does in every song.
Yeah.
Every song he does it, and it's class. I eat her up every time.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you have fucking thousands of recordings, no doubt. So how do you find that piece there? You know, like.
Well, that was a big one that we were trying to make work for ages. At one point, it was even 2 parts. It was like a 2-part like prog rock thing.
Oh,
and then
Odyssey kind of
yeah,
Okay.
the opus.
Yes.
And then
You just said part 2.
yeah, we just brought it back and like worked out what parts really work. But a lot of songs now, like we're like we have so many old like riffs and stuff that we just go back and like we're like, well, I can see why we didn't use it. But if we take this little bit, then we can make that a bigger thing. So,
like you're nearly into weeks of recorded music with demos, I do.
yeah,
Yeah,
loads of stuff.
stuff. How do you filter it out? Like,
It's kind of whatever like is working at that time. Like sometimes like it's stuff that we would have written when we were like 17. Sometimes it's stuff you write that day, where you're like, I can see why it didn't work then because we weren't like equipped musically to make it work. But that's definitely the way that song feels now. Even though it sounds like older God Alone, we're like we could do definitely a better job of this later.
yeah, and playing it live
Yeah, I love playing it live.
It's really fun live.
Yeah.
I think we played it live for the first time like 2018. 2019.
A different
Okay.
version of it,
Okay.
yeah.
Where does that song land in the set list?
In the middle, and we
yeah.
normally we do like a transition into blues and E from it then.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, I can
no,
understand.
it's good. It's just
yeah,
like driving punk
Mm.
stuff and then very sad post rock stuff.
yeah. And the title, Yup, as she said again, another.
Yeah,
humor.
yeah.
Yeah. Very brilliant. So that's the album closer. There. Just want to ask you a few broader questions there. Is there any local or Irish acts you feel a strong creative kinship with?
7.
Yeah, still
Very
always. Yeah. Any any newer bands out there?
It's tough off the top of my head because we're like, I don't know, like when we started we were like doing loads of stuff within Cork.
Yes.
And now we're like doing like
Even-
mainly stuff in the UK.
Yeah.
So
Even your last tour that just finished, like.
oh yeah, definitely feel a good kinship to Waldo's
the
Gift.
front.
Oh
Yeah. Love Waldo's Gift so much. They're the best lads.
They're
You
so
gotta-
sound.
so
Yeah.
them. And then so I watch you from afar.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Everyone loves them.
Yeah,
so-
there you go. There you
But-
go.
Only we love Waldo's Gift.
Yeah.
So also Portal's Arctangent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Talk to us about that. Amazing.
They were great crack, both of them. Yeah. Portals were really nice because it was the end of like a 5-day tour. We did a Brandtide.
Yeah.
So we're all really tired and we're playing at like midnight, but it was really, really fun. The crowd were mad into it.
Right.
And then our attention, then we played the Wednesday for the first time. That was class. We played
Right.
like 3:30, 4 o'clock or something.
Yeah, and we just had the weekend to enjoy it then. But Arctangent is the best weekend ever. I love
Yeah,
it so
Yeah.
much
I'd
every
go
year.
there on holiday anyway. If we
Yeah. And did you kind of meet other bands that you wouldn't have normally met, or were you just kind of there as fans, really? Were you?
I'm trying to think now. I met the bassist from Ren. I
Yeah.
think they're famous, and they're famous to me because I
Right.
love them.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think they're class.
Yeah.
I don't think I met anybody else famous. So do you mean anybody famous?
No, well, I'd be just with my friends.
Yeah,
Friends.
yeah.
You know, my friends. You know.
You
Yeah.
could consider it in some circles.
So, last two questions. Worst instrument you could ever imagine adding to God Alone?
Whoa. I don't think there's any that we wouldn't like butcher.
Yeah.
So
We'd at least try.
At least try, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's one out there.
Oh,
Yeah. Maybe.
is there one that I don't like the sound of?
I love music.
I think
Yeah,
We're
that's
too
interesting.
positive. Sorry.
I don't like that thing.
Cowbell,
Like-
no?
No, I love it. There's loads of cowbell. There's cowbell in every song.
Of course.
The thing that goes like, you hit it with a stick. It's in those like Australian music.
Oh, I
Just
don't know.
thrown in the desert and it goes.
Yeah.
I hate that. Whatever that is.
Alright.
Uh,
Oh yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, whatever, the thing that goes boing.
The thing that you scrape and sounds like a frog.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Beep test at school. Did you ever fake an injury to get out of it?
I tried my best, but my best was never good enough. You know,
Okay.
It's just not.
That day I didn't fake doing it. We did it early in school when I was still trying, and I think I did well. After that though, I just used to make like flower bracelets up in the man field, so that didn't go well for me.
Oh my god. Dream Festival slot. What stage and what time of the day?
I want to say any time at Arctangent because it's always brilliant at any time, and
Okay.
we're very blessed to play it.
Okay.
But I would love to play Roadburn. I think that would be super good.
That's great call.
Yeah.
And any time? More
I think like 6 o'clock is
6
kind of
o'clock.
ideal because
Friday or
people
Saturday.
aren't too pissed,
Yes.
and then you can enjoy. Because like I like just going to festivals as well. Not that I'm like I love play, but like my favorite parts are like around the play.
Yeah,
and
the buzz.
seeing everything.
The buzz, yeah. And the last one there, if God Alone weren't a band, what weird job would you all be doing together? All of you together.
All of us
Yeah.
together.
We all work in Matt Boyne Cinema.
Yeah.
Perfect,
Yeah.
that-
All the work at the cinema. Yeah, we'd all be able to turn on whatever film we like. Our favourite film.
So lads, that's it. Congratulations on an incredible album. It is just it's the pinnacle of your powers really at the moment. And as a proud Corkman, you're flying the flag for us. It's genuinely like a tribute to you that you've come so far, and the quality that you're bringing out as well is absolutely amazing. So I hope this is the next big step for God Alone.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
And thanks for coming on the show, lads.
Thanks for having us.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, cool. That's it. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, it was a nice one. Thank you.